that big win on the weekend, would you say you've seen any boost in morale on the training ground?
Yeah, obviously everybody's happy, but I feel then focus on the next game more than the boost of morale. The guys have been in a good place for a few weeks already, so I think everybody is in a good place with confidence, but at the same time knowing that the game is on the past now and we need to focus on Wednesday game.
How much of a difference do you think that game on Saturday did make to your playoff hopes?
I think every game is important, and when you're playing against teams next to you on the table are 6-pointers. So on Wednesday it's going to be another 6-pointers. It's going to be a key game for us also on the playoff.
How important was it to have an offensive game like you did, just last weekend, right in front of probably your biggest match yet this season?
Yeah, that was very important. I think to be able to have a game where we score more than one goal, where we put away the chances that we have, I think that was very very good for the confidence of the group.
Do you think offensively you found something that maybe can carry on to the next few games, or was that maybe just something that matched up well against San Antonio?
We hope that we found confidence. I think we had chances against Sacramento. We have chances against Tulsa to score more than one goal, and we had games where we have opportunities, but we didn't put it inside. I think against San Antonio to score 2 goals in the first half, then the games open up a little bit. So what we hope is that we find that confidence moving forward.
Felt like it was probably Charlie's best game in a rising shirt. What would you say is the biggest thing that he's brought to this team since coming in?
I think Charlie brings you a good physicality and with quality also in the half field, capacity to drive with the ball, and then I think he was very good this week in set piece delivery. That is something that we know he can give us, and it takes a little bit of time to know where the players are moving and to know your teammates and to get readjusted, because he was not being a set piece taker in Tampa lately because he was not having that many starters. So I think he took a little bit of time, but this week delivery was good. He scored a goal. I think for his confidence was great also. So I think Charlie in general brings us quality, and he showed up in this game with a goal and assist, but he has been showing up in other games also.
And obviously 4 goals in that game, but still struggling to find ways to get Tomas on the score sheet. Do you think that you're maybe having struggles in terms of getting him into the right places or getting the ball to him in the right places, or is it more about finishing?
No, I think it's situations where maybe we can find him better and we know each other a little bit better. Also, Marga, him and Darius, they have not played together so many minutes. They have not trained together so many times, so I think there are personal connections that are important in those situations. Other players on the team know him a little bit more, and I think opportunities has been there, and it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Obviously, you were home last week and scored all those goals, but what do you think 1 or 2 things are that you guys really need to do on the road to secure those points?
I think we scored 4 goals, but we clipped the clean sheet again. It's 7 clean sheets in the last 9 games, if I am not misunderstood. So I think that's very important when you play away at home. That's secureness on the back line, and as a team, not only the players there. We talk about it today, how important is also running and the effort. So I think we need to build up from there, and then hopefully we carry the confidence on the final third to score goals.
How do you assess Pop and Mo's pairing in the back line?
Good, very good. I think they were solid as the rest of the team. I'm very happy for Mo, because he has not started since Memphis, and I think he played at a very good level when he came back to the field. And we know now that we have 4 center backs that are playing at a very good level, and this is important for the team.
You kind of said last week you wanted the mindset of kind of taking it one game at a time, not really looking at the playoff table team has really listened to that message, and do you think that they'll listen to that further on?
Yes. I didn't hear anybody talking about Orange County when we were playing against San Antonio, and this week nobody is talking about Las Vegas game. Everybody's talking about Orange County and how important are those 3 points for us on the road and how difficult it's going to be.
Looking at the last game, DJ out through injury, Rami out for personal reasons. Are those guys likely to be available to feature this week?
They're going to be available to the future this week, yes. Remy is here with us. Remy is back already, so he had no physical problems, so he's fully fit to play and to keep going in this process that we have with him, to go back to the field. Maybe he start, maybe not. DJ is getting the return to play protocol. I think he will be ready to play, we decide, against Orange County, and if not, he will be ready to play against Vegas.
And how is Fede's recovery coming on at the moment?
Fede is in the last steps of the recovery. He most likely won't be available for this week, but he's going to be available soon.
How important is it to have some of those guys back, just for your depth, just down the stretch in some critical games?
Very important to have the team together, especially in weeks that you have more games than usual. It's always good to have players that are performing and that because it's always can be tired players with small things and with less time to recover. The data that we have put us in a good place to face multiple games in a week, and that's very important. And then coming to situations in the future to be able to have everybody healthy also is also a training like that they are building those connections that we can play together when we know it has not been a lot of time together as the group with the new signings and in the new system. We still need more time to gel together, and I think that's key for us to have everybody healthy.
Obviously, we spoke last week a bit about the personal side of going over to Orange County and playing against Danny, but from a tactical perspective, how does that impact this game when you've got a coach on the other side who was coaching here earlier this season?
It makes it more difficult because Danny is going to be the coach in the league that knows the better those players' weakness and those players' strengths. It's not going to be. We're not going to face a team that they know as good as Danny, the players as he does. So he can take advantage of that. So I think that's a small advantage that they have, but for us doesn't change much in the sense like we need to prepare for what we have seen of them and try to go for the game, knowing that it's gonna be difficult.
Is there any sort of maybe extra motivation for you and the players, or are you guys as a group just seeing it as another game that you guys need to win and pick up points?
Yeah, for us it's another game where we need to go and pick up points. We have a very big motivation because it's an important game in the standings, and this is the motivation, real motivation that we have for the game.
Obviously, Orange County have struggled a lot this season, but when you look at that team since Danny took over as the interim over there, what kind of changes have you seen from Orange County?
It's difficult for me to know which changes we have seen, because we know the team that we play here before, and it was a strong team when we played them here, and we really analyzed that team, and then Morten left to go to Denmark, back to Denmark, and then that's when they struggled the most, and honestly I have not seen them much during that stretch, and now we had focus on Orange County under Danny, so I don't have a clear answer on that one.
What have been the interactions between you and Danny in the past few weeks?
We have talked whenever he got the interim role. We had talked whenever he got on the head coach position, and we talked to meet during those days. But obviously we have not talked much this week, coming to play against each other. So It's gonna be good. It's gonna be special to play against him in a good way.
Obviously, that's kind of taking the headlines in this one, but it's also for you going back to Irvine, where you were the head coach for 2 weeks with Zita or so. What's that going to be like for you going back there?
No, it's gonna be good because, as you said, I was 2 weeks over there, and apart from the 2 weeks over there, also last season in Albion, we play a lot of games in that field. We even play the Independent Cup final there. We play as a local even one game, and a lot of games against LA Force over there. So it's again a field that I'm used to go. I feel that I have many people that I know over there in that area for the years that I was living in San Diego, and it's gonna be nice to go over there. I think weather also is never too bad over there.
I think you're maybe going to share a glass of Rioja with Danny post game, depending on the result.
Yeah, hopefully yes, post game, or maybe we can see pre game, so everybody's happy and not frustrated for the result. But hopefully we have a glass of wine, maybe white wine. He prefers white wine, so we are the visitors. So I'll let him choose.
Obviously, I've mentioned Zita there. I typed their name in before coming on here, and you see game cancelled. That's kind of been a story of Nisa as a whole this year. For you, having spent time in that league and seeing the way that things are going there at the moment, with a lot of forfeits, a lot of games, and a lot of controversy around a lot of these teams as well. Do you see a future where this league manages to kind of get itself back on track? Or?
We have been talking. We talk about it this week with Tyler that is there in Theta right now, and how sad is the situation with a lot of games cancelled and instability. I think that is a good league for the country as a whole, because it gives opportunity to players. There has been a lot of players that have come from that league to League One and Championship. A lot of players that get out of college and maybe don't get an opportunity on USL Championship or USL League One, and they need a little bit more of experience. So I think for the development of the country is very good, and it's in a situation that, as you say, if you have a lot of cancelled games, it's not serious. It's not what you need to be able to progress as a league and to grow and to get more teams involved. So I hope that they can sort it out, because I feel like it's important for the country and for the development of players. A lot of European countries has different levels, so players can be progressing. And here, if you only get from nothing to the 3 professional levels, and with the way that the football is growing here, it's difficult. It's going to be difficult for players sometimes to make that jump, and you're going to be gonna lose quality players that could be able to play League One in Championship at a good level with development. But at the same time, I think it's important that the structure is right, and those things that you're mentioning doesn't happen.